Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this high-level dinner meeting that's focusing on current AfCFTA agreement, underlining the participation of women on the theme, Boosting Intra African Trade, African Women Taking the Lead. Our prominent panelists tonight at tonight's meeting will highlight and underline the relevance and importance of supporting African women in business, their plans and efforts on how best they support and encourage African women to be able to benefit from the AfCFTA. I'm glad that the Center for Accelerating Women's Economic Empowerment, CAWEE, has taken a lead role in facilitating opportunities for women to boost intra-African trade, African women taking the lead. Excellency Haile Mariam Desalegn, it's an honor and a privilege for CAWEE that you have become our champion in our efforts of implementing the AfCFTA with a focus to the empowerment of African women. Despite your extreme busy schedule, you have dedicated your time in extending your generous support in leading and guiding us to promote such a noble cause. My sincere thanks goes to you, to your kind help and support. I request this honorable gathering to thank His Excellency on CAWEE's behalf. Thank you very much. CAWEE taking lead role in aggressively working in preparing the capacities of African women to use the AfCFTA opportunity, where it is in the process of officially launching its coming soon e-commerce platform, Abyssinia for intraafricatrade.com. CAWEE leading the initiative, Kenya and Rwanda are currently on board. We have over 150 exporting companies from those three countries that are on board. 11 countries, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, DRC, Ghana, Niger, Malawi, Rwanda, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, and Zambia have shown interest to join our e-commerce platform. In facilitating the operations of this e-commerce platform, particularly the payment system, which we always have problems, CAWEE has created partnership with Hibret Bank to use the bank's Hibr gateway system. Powered by MasterCard payment gateway services, Hibr e-commerce is a digital payment platform that allows Ethiopian businesses and retailers to accept international card payments for online purchase. CAWEE is glad partnering with Hibret Bank to facilitate intra-African trade as well as global trade. Expanding its outreach, CAWEE has finalized its preparations to open its office in Nairobi, Kenya, where the registration process is completed, and it's in the process of opening its office in Nairobi soon. In the US, we are in the process of opening our office, where our ambassador, Dr. Seleshi Bekele, is our great supporter on that. In facilitating export market, CAWEE has signed agreement with African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, for its members to benefit from the operations of MANSA, M-A-N-S-A. It's a Pan-African Customer Due Diligence repository for financial institutions, corporate entities, and small and medium enterprises like our women that is involved, that's developed to address perceived risks of doing business in Africa and with Africans.
Let me begin by thanking the Center for Accelerated Women's Economic Empowerment, CAWEE, for choosing me to be their champion in implementing the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Of course, I should thank at this juncture my beloved wife, former First Lady Roman Tesfaye, for grooming CAWEE as an anchor institution in the realm of women's economic empowerment. I didn't hesitate to take this heavy assignment when Wazir Nigist asked me to take, simply because I was always being briefed at home how diligent the leadership and membership of CAWEE has been, and they are extraordinary women, highly committed, skilled to their cause, and believe that Ethiopia and African women can take the lead in African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Some studies estimate that 70% of informal cross-border trade in Africa is conducted by women traders. Being well-positioned, women are the untapped resource to be an economic growth accelerators of African economy. The fact is that women feature significantly in trade in Africa. They carry goods across borders. They produce products that can be exported, as you have seen by the exhibition, and many more in my country, Ethiopia, as well as many African countries. They own and manage trade-oriented firms, as we have seen in today's exhibition. I see these constraints matters not just because of the adverse impact on them, on their families, and also on their firms, but because facilitating the role of women in trade will be essential if Africa is to achieve the enormous potential it has to trade more within, that's intra-Africa, and with the wider world. I'm sure you'll agree with me